Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impressions let's play review of a game called Deadcraft. As always, I'm gonna be playing the game for an hour or so, and I'm gonna give you my running commentary throughout the gameplay. I'm gonna tell you what I think is good or bad about the game, and then by the end of the video I'm gonna tell you whether or not the game, in my opinion, is worth $25. If you only want to hear my opinion on the game, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video, and there I will give you my quick, concise breakdown of whether or not I think the game is good. So the game is Deadcraft. It looks like, from the screenshots on Steam, it looks like an action ARPG top-down type game. Couple of things to get out of the way. The base game costs $25. Then the deluxe edition costs $40. Now with the deluxe edition, you actually get pay to win stuff. With the deluxe edition, you actually get stuff that give you an in-game advantage for the additional $15. So already that is something that I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of games that have pay to win, especially if it's a paid game. I mean, sure, a game like Lost Ark has pay to win because it's a free game. So a certain amount of pay to win is to be expected, unless the developer is very moral. In the case of something like Path of Exile, for instance. But in this game, Deadcraft, not only did they go for pay to win, they went for pay to win on a paid model. So if you pay that additional $15, you actually get pay to win stuff that give you an advantage over a non pay to win person. So that's the first issue. The second issue is the fact that the game essentially has day one DLC. Now the game released, I think, on the 19th of May, something like that. And then it released, the developers released DLC for the game that costs $8 literally 2 weeks later. Now, there is no way in this world how they slapped together that DLC in 2 weeks time. So the game has day one DLC. I am not a fan of day one DLC, just like how I am not a fan of games that do pay to win, because it is immoral in my opinion. So the game has day one DLC that costs $8 on top of the $40 that you can pay for the deluxe edition pay to win stuff. So this game, the developers are quite immoral in my opinion, but anyway, we are not going to concern ourselves with that. I'm just gonna tell you by the end of this video whether or not the game is worth $25, since we are, even though I do have the DLC and the deluxe edition, blah blah blah, all of that kind of stuff that the developer gave me, I'm going to evaluate the game on the basis of it costing $25. So the game has a functioning, thank goodness, resolution system on windowed mode and borderless windowed mode as well. So many games don't have functioning resolution settings when you select borderless windowed or windowed mode. Now, one thing that is missing is full screen borderless mode. That's one thing that is missing. So the game doesn't do such a good job in all of those regards. The full screen is there, windowed is there, borderless windowed is there, but borderless full screen mode is not there, unfortunately. So that's one of the settings that I would normally like to see in a game that is missing, unfortunately. But otherwise than that, everything is pretty good. You can set the frame rate and all of that good stuff. So that's pretty good. There isn't any colorblind options though. That's something that I would have liked to see in all games, basically, is a colorblind option. But okay, with that being said, let's jump into the game and see if this game is worth $25 or not.
In the year 20XX, a hail of meteors bombarded Earth. Flames and dust choked the planet, blocking out the sun and killing nearly all vegetation, reducing the world to a harsh, barren wasteland. But that was not the only disaster that awaited humanity. Hidden within the fallen meteors was a mysterious virus, which infected the dead and resurrected them as zombies, mindless creatures who would then turn and attack the living. Any who fell to them would become zombies themselves. And it wasn't long before the Ziv pandemic had spread across the globe. Decades passed. Humanity was on its last legs, with the new law of the land being survival at all costs. The planet had precious few resources left to sustain life. What humans remained were at constant odds in a selfish bid to stay alive, leaving the weak to be crushed underfoot.
Okay, so it's a post-apocalyptic type thing. Not even post-apocalyptic, it's mid-apocalyptic. Because post-apocalyptic would be after an apocalypse. It sounds like the apocalypse is busy happening. Why is that guy black? Okay, there's a little bit of sound delay for some reason. It's like his entire body was painted with Vanata black. That other stuff that absorbs all light, Vanata black. Okay, the story so far makes no sense.
Get away!
I've heard that door sound before. That exact door sound I've heard somewhere.
Fuck you, Nebron. You won't get away with this. No matter what it takes, you're gonna pay.
Okay, who is Nebron? Who was that black dude? Who was the girl and the other dude who captured me and held me down on a table and then I miraculously escaped? Wow, he puts on a cloak quickly. Or a shawl, I guess it's a shawl. While I escaped but lost all my weapons, never expected to get my ass kicked so hard. Better rearm and stock before I try heading back in. Place looks abandoned. Well, I could use a spot to hunker down. Wonder if there's anything worth keeping in all this junk. Special edition data has been applied. Obtained a set of useful items. They can be found in your inventory. So that's what I was talking about. Obviously, the developers of the game gave me a special blah 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 edition of the game, as is customary. Usually, developers of games, if they know what's good for them, will give the reviewer, in my case, everything. They will give you the gold, platinum, kick-ass edition, so that the viewers, I guess I could say, think, wow, this game is easy. He's running through everything, he's kicking ass, he's doing all of the good stuff. But the majority of the reviewers won't actually tell you that they have an advantage. I, however, am not like that. I will abso-fucking-lutely tell you if I have an unfair advantage. So there we go. Heaven's blessing, blah blah blah. I can't see the rest. Let's have a look if we can open my inventory up. What's the inventory? I'm pressing I. I'm pressing B. I'm pressing C. Tab. Okay, tab seems to do it. And then for some reason you press P and O to switch between the stuff. That's strange. And I can't look at my inventory for some reason. What the hell? Literally, I press P, 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 and it doesn't go to my inventory. You can see there, literally. I'm pressing P the whole time. It doesn't go to my inventory. Then I press O, and it doesn't go to my inventory. So the inventory is locked right now. I can't look at my inventory whatsoever. That's stupid. Damn it, I'm starving, gotta eat. Maybe this dead rat I grabbed will tide me over. Beggars can't be choosers. Down the hatch. A nice little bit of rat. Okay. Is there a fire? Okay, now I have access to my inventory. So what I got from the deluxe blah 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 $15 extra edition is tomato seeds, pumpkin seeds, heaven's blessing, a mysterious drug making rounds through the arc can take someone from near dying to being on their feet in an instant. Side effects, nothing bad. So I guess it heals you. I don't know what that 2020 shows over there. I can't even show you with my mouse because the mouse is disabled. But there in the center of the screen it shows hearts 20. This is water 20. And this is water 10 minus health. For some reason I was given that. Okay. So we can already assume that the game has some kind of a survival mechanic, because I am already having water stuff and health stuff and food stuff being given to me that will usually indicate a survival mechanic of some kind. Let's equip the axe, 10 strength. I don't want to eat the rotten meat, but what can you do? So I guess eat. Shit, it's gone bad. Should have cooked it first. Yeah, well, that's pretty obvious. Blah blah blah. Your food and water gauges deplete over time while your energy drains by performing a variety of actions. If any of them drop to 0, it could spell death. Blah blah blah. Water gauge, food gauge, energy gauge. When your energy hits 0, you gradually begin to lose HP. What kind of bullshit is that? Blah blah blah. The higher your food and water gauges are when you rest, the more health you recover. Okay. At least I've got something that can pass for a weapon. Better check the area outside. Before that, might not be a bad idea to write all this down first. Check the notebook. Okay, I guess this is the notebook. Okay, did I check my notebook now or what? Isn't that my notebook? I assume so. Okay. Oh, is this the notebook? I guess so. I don't like these controls, to be honest. The use of P and O and tab, stuff like that, that is a massive indicator usually of the game being a console port, meaning the game isn't a PC game, it is simply a console game that was ported over to PC. So I don't like that, to be honest. I don't like console ports. If you are gonna release a game on PC, then make it bloody playable on PC. Don't like do a shitty port, you know, a half-assed port where the mouse doesn't even function and stuff like that, you know. So I'm not a fan of that. Damn, fell further than I thought. Better find a way back up, I guess. Let me have a look here quickly. I just want to check something. Controller settings. Mouse and keyboard settings. Okay, so you can customize your stuff at least. Let's see, is up, down, left, right used currently? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's controller settings. So where's P and O? Ah, you see, you can't even customize O and P. Like literally, O and P isn't here at all. So that's not good, because if I use O and P over there at the top right, you see P, 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 P. So those are controls that you can't customize at all for some reason. So there's literally controls in the game that you are completely unable to change the assigned stuff. So that's obviously not good. So the developers unfortunately did not do a good job. Do I have water? I don't know if I want to use my good water. I might want to wait until I have some other water. So yeah, unfortunately it's a little bit evident that the game isn't a good port. I mean, it's fine if the game is a piece is a port from console, like Horizon Zero Dawn is a console game, a God of War is a console game, all of that. But those two games play fantastically. Like, you would almost not even realize that it is a console game, you know, originally. So you can absolutely, if you put enough effort in, if you care enough about your game, you can absolutely make it so that it's a good game on PC. But unfortunately, it would seem that these devs did not do that, because you can't even customize certain keys in the game. I'm just having a look if there's not anything else around here to scrounge. There's a lot of water lying over here on the ground. I don't know why I can't just take that and throw it on the field, but anyway. Okay, so you can actually use the mouse now. The mouse is finally unlocked, even though I still don't have a mouse cursor. Can use the mouse to look around at least. I don't like the dot matrix effect that is on everything. I have to get back into the city. Nebron will pay for what is done, I swear it. Going through the front is a no-go. Better look for a back entrance or something. Some new gear would be good too. Think I remember some slums being around here somewhere. I'll start there. So if you look closely, there's a dot matrix effect being used all over the place, like those old printers, those dot matrix effects. So I'm not a fan of that.
What's the matter? Wow!
Keep your voice down. There are zombies nearby. You better make sure you're all set to go before heading out, unless you wanna be Ziverchow. Your guard drops once and they'll be all over you. Talking to him did absolutely nothing. Information that I don't already no, like I don't care about the information you gave me. Pretty obvious that you have to keep your guard up, as he said.
Why you? Yo!
Haven't seen you around here before. If you don't want to end up as a fresh server, give us all your stuff. I've got nothing worth taking unless you're collecting trash. Maybe that's why you've got those dumpster things on your head. Shut up, you ear hole. You mess with the bulkers and we'll rearrange your organs, punk. Your stuff or your life, your choice. Fine, no skin off my back to kill you. Ah, bastard's got a mouth on him. Don't come crying to us. To spare you later. Press left click repeatedly to deliver consecutive attacks. To help your attacks connect, press Q to lock onto an enemy. Press left control to roll and evade enemy attacks. It's a zombie world out there. The only way to survive is knowing how to fight.
Take this! What's the matter?
Okay, I did press control there a couple of times and I still got hit.
Suck on this!
Alright, bulkers are annoying as shit to deal with, noted. So I literally did press control twice there actually in that fight, and the roll did not happen. So I'm gonna test that again in one of the upcoming fights, but already I'm not a fan of that. If the game doesn't have reactive controls, meaning when you press a fucking key then something must happen, then already it's a shitty game in my opinion. Like if you think about what's a game? Arkham Asylum. The Arkham games, basically. Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum. Those games have fantastically reactive controls. Also Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor as well. If you press dodge, your character is going to fucking dodge. And all games should be like that. There's no reason for games to not be like that. And I get a sneaking suspicion that this game is not going to be like that.
Take this.
Because unless it was just a fluke in that fight just now, I think that this game's controls are going to be pretty shitty.
Take this. Get ready. Take this. What's the matter? Take this. Take this. Get ready. Take this. What's the matter? Get ready.
Okay, that's that.
Take this. What's the matter? Take this.
I would like to be able to see damage numbers. I wonder if the game has an option to display damage numbers or not. I don't see anything there. Nothing there. Okay, so apparently you can't see damage numbers at all. That's not good. In a game like this, you have to be able to see damage numbers. I mean, I know that my hammer does 10 damage, or at least is 10 power, but that doesn't fucking help me. Dodge.
Take this. What's the matter?
Okay, come on, stamina, regenerate. Why isn't my stamina regenerating? Literally, my stamina isn't regenerating. What the hell is going on? Okay, so water. Let's drink water. Drink. 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 And then food. I don't know if you can what do you call it? Cook your meals. I don't know. We have to find out, I guess. Does health regenerate? I'm not too sure if health regenerates. Look at that, my stamina isn't regenerating. It's just flashing. Bullshit, why isn't it regenerating? Like, what the hell? Now I damage myself each time that I attack. That's BS. Even when I run, I damage myself.
Take this.
What kind of game doesn't have regenerating stamina? I mean, that's a first, really. I play a lot of different games, and I can tell you, I don't think I've ever encountered a game where stamina does not regenerate. So what, must I go sleep now, or what the hell is the deal?
Time out.
Like, I'm gonna run back home and rest, but like, how is it possible that stamina doesn't regenerate? It just seems impossible.
There we go.
Even when I fucking use that, it damages me. Okay, sleep. I don't know for how long, whatever. Time doesn't matter. Time is just a construct.
Much better.
Okay, holy shit, my health fell like a mother. Why did my health fall that much? Okay, let's see. It said that your health will regenerate based on your food, I think. So let's quickly have a look. Okay, so if I drink sludge, that's fine. I will be damaged a little bit. Not the end of the world. Okay, and then if I eat this, that's fine, because I'm gonna regenerate it when I sleep, right? That's how it works, right? Okay, so now I'm basically full. Let's sleep again.
Better get some sleep.
Okay, there we go. Now we are full again. It's shitty that your maximum HP is determined by your current
There.
food level. I think that's really shitty, but okay. What can you do? All of this stuff respawned for some reason. Not that I'm complaining, but I mean, it was like a day. Did I water that again or not? I mean, I literally just watered it. I don't know if I should water it again. And I mean, look at that. My stamina isn't regenerating. I'm standing still. My stamina is not regenerating at all. That's really, really weird. I really can't even believe that this is how the game functions.
Take this.
I mean, what game have you ever played where stamina does not regenerate? Please tell me in the comments, because I can't think of a single one. So it seems that the stuff regenerates or respawns very quickly, like the different resources. But it's really ridiculous that even running... Was this something that I can loot? Even running reduces your stamina, so you literally don't want to run because it reduces your stamina. And your stamina is finite, it does not regenerate, so I don't know, it just seems really stupid. Like, not having regenerating stamina means that you will never want to run, because you're literally using a finite resource. Already, I have to be honest with you, the game seems to have some very, very strange design choices.
Hey, you! You ain't getting through. Go back the way you came.
Real welcoming, I see. Come on. I'm just a down-on-his-luck wanderer looking for a meal. Sure you can't let me in?
I don't really give a damn who you are. No outsiders allowed.
Yeah,
Scram.
they're not gonna let me in, and then I have to find the way around to where I was literally just at.
Yo, what's going on over here? Who are you? Oh, a fresh face, huh? Trying to get into town? I'm sorry to say that it's not going to be as easy as... You don't mind, do you? And, oh well, sure, let's open the gates for you. Come right in.
I wasn't planning on staying long. Got some important business to take care of in the city. I'm gone as soon as it's done. But I'll need access to the slums until then.
Is that so? Well, I'm sure you've got your reasons, but I'm afraid we can't just be letting people in willy-nilly with the world being the way it is. You get where I'm coming from, right?
Not even for a zombie hunter? I'll be sure to earn my keep, if you let me in.
Zombie hunter, huh? That changes things. Well, let's see. How about doing a little favor for me? We've got someone who left to run an errand outside town and still hasn't returned. Think you could find him and give him a helping hand back home? We call him Zombie Gramps. He's a researcher. He's a little quirky, so you can't miss him. Prove yourself a capable zombie hunter, and this town will likely welcome you with open arms, if that's what you want. Go through with it or not, your choice.
Yeah, I get it. I'll just think of it as another gig.
Ah, glad to hear it. Name's Vernon. I guess you could say folks look to me for things around here. What's your name, amigo?
Call me Reed, and I'm only here because of a job.
All right, counting on you, Reed. Oh, I heard you say you were hungry? Here, on the house.
When did I say I was hungry? I don't remember that. I remember saying I'm down on my luck, but I don't remember saying I'm hungry. These zombies just appeared out of nowhere, obviously.
No mercy.
What's the matter?
How did he hit me? He was literally behind me.
Take this. Get ready. What's the matter?
Like on that one hit, the zombie was literally behind me. And he still hit me.
Everything good?
Hey, this is your first apocalypse. Name's Max, and it looks like you could use some help. Let me give you a few pointers on how to survive out there. First things first, check out that green bar in the top left corner of the screen. That's your energy gauge. Yes, I'm already well aware. You're going to be looking at this a lot, and it lets you know how much stuff you can do. Whenever you perform an action, the bar is gonna decrease bit by bit. You do not want that bar going down empty on you, let me tell ya. Sure, you can still run and fight and all of that, but your HP will drain instead. Lose all your HP and rip, it's game over. Make sure to keep an eye on your energy when you're out taking care of shit. You can recover your energy by sleeping in a bed back at your base. There are items that recover energy too, but for the most part you'll need to rest to get your energy back. Oh, and heads up, pay attention to the levels on your food and water gauges before hitting the sack. Sleeping will replenish your HP and energy, but how much you get back depends on how full your food and water gauges are. Can't really get a good night's sleep if you're starving and dying of thirst, right? Anyway, that's all I got for you now. Have fun and enjoy the apocalypse. I already knew all of that shit.
Hey, you there. You the one they call Zombie Gramps?
Who the hell are you supposed to be, boyo? Can't you see I'm busy gathering silver meat for my research? Shoo!
I just came from the slums. Vernon sent me to find you. You do know this place is crawling with zombies, right? We need to leave.
Heh, you think I don't already know that? I'm simply occupying myself while waiting for my chance to escape. Wait, did you just say Vernon?
He asked me to bring you back.
Why must he keep poking his nose into my business? Yeah, but since you're already here, I suppose I'll let you give me a hand.
And that was a long, awkward stare into his eyes for no reason. Our way back to the town's going to rife with zombies. Going to be rife with zombies, so you better make sure you keep them off, ready to skedaddle. Now that I think about it, you don't look familiar. Lived in the slums long. You just got here today. Bringing you back is my ticket in, or so Vernon says. Well, that explains it. The only thing I care about is getting my hands on zombie flesh after you finish bashing them all to pieces. Hee hee hee. Hold on. Upon closer look, is that arm what I think it is? So even mining like this takes stamina, which is really stupid. Here they come, you better keep me safe, boyo.
Take this. Get ready. What's the matter? Who's next?
He's ever chunks for days. I've hit the jackpot. I knew it. That red arm and your face. You were born with it, weren't you? Yeah, it's been this way as long as I can remember, but... Okay, let's see if we can game the system a little bit by allowing him to walk further. Nope, we can't. Hallelujah, never mind, in my wildest dreams did I expect to get to meet a half. Half zombie. Details are best left for when we return to the slums, but short answer, they've got human and zombie blood running through their veins since birth. With their bodies changed on a molecular level, they can accomplish feats both human and zombies could only dream of. More of them incoming, you better protect me, boyo.
Let's go.
They literally spawn out of nowhere. I didn't know zombies had supernatural powers, like teleporting and stuff like that, but apparently they do.
Take this. Get ready.
I still can't believe it, an actual half zombie. If you truly are a half zombie, then you are able to make that left arm of yours transform. Yeah, I've been using it as a makeshift weapon ever since I was a kid. Just as I thought, whatever parts of you that were the most exposed to the virus while in your mother's womb changed color. In your case, that includes your left arm. Don't really use it much. If I do it too many times, I usually can't move after. I'd hazard a guess that's because you use up too much of your zombie power. This causes your body to weaken in response. Here comes some more, blah blah blah. Why don't you put that arm of yours to the test? Press space to use undead shield to block enemy attacks. Press space and left control, that's a weird combination, for a huge amount of damage with a bug crush. Mastering half zombie powers can give you the edge in battle. Space and left control. I've never seen that combination. Okay, well that certainly worked.
Get ready.
I one-hit all of them.
Take this.
So that ability is pretty powerful, it would seem. You are most definitely a half-zombie, boyo. I've always theorized that they could exist, but here you are in the flesh.
What the hell?
What, so you just made it up? I did not just make it up. My research led me to believe they exist, and you're living, breathing proof I was correct. Well, you now in front of me, there's all sorts of experiments to be done. To think I'd get a chance to study a genuine half up close, hehehe. I didn't say anything about, whatever. Okay.
Hey,
Glad to see you're still kicking there, Gramps. As much as I'd like to tell you to stick it where the sun don't shine, it looks like I owe you one this time. Not only did this pipsqueak save my ass, he's a half zombie. Hehehe, my chance to study one has finally come. Wait, this guy's one of those things you've been going on about? Indeed, in the flesh. If a mother finds herself exposed to the virus while pregnant, there's a chance it can spread to the baby inside her as well. As times they end up zombified in the womb and eat their way out, killing the mother. After that, well, once people find out, they don't last long, if you get my meaning. Now, if they're born before the virus can reach their brain, it's a different story. They become a being that exists as both human and zombie, half zombie. Not gonna lie, I have no clue what you're going on about, but I'll be damned, they actually exist. Oh right, thanks for bringing this guy back. As promised, you've got free reign to come and go as you please. Glad to welcome a capable zombie hunter to our humble town. There's plenty of problems here that need fixing, and juggling all of it on my own has given me more than a few grey hairs, but now that you're here, I can rest easy. Looking forward to working with my half-zombie compadre. This was supposed to be only a pit stop on my way into the city, sigh. Okay, and we are inside. What's all of that over there? Literally a bunch of zombies just spawned over here.
What's the matter?
Those zombies do have spawning powers, it seems.
Here it comes. Get ready. Take this.
What's the matter?
Who's next? Take this. Whoa.
How are you?
Fancy meeting you again. Welcome to the slums, my friend. This place can get a little rough, so to celebrate your arrival, I'll give you some tips on how to hold your own. Lesson number 1. You're gonna want to keep an eye on your wanted level. Slums are basically a town, and any town's gonna have people ready to keep the peace. You keep doing bad stuff over and over, and they'll slap you with a wanted level. If it gets too high, these guys will try to put a stop to the problem by killing you. You won't be able to shake them until your wanted level disappears. Killing people left and right because you want items will only end in regret sooner or later. Your wanted level should go down by itself over time as long as you keep your head down and wait for things to cool off. It doesn't decrease very quickly, so if you want to avoid a fight, best not to raise your wanted level in the first place. Lesson number 2, the importance of a well-placed threat. If there's an item you're looking for, someone around here might have it, and one way to get it is to shake them down for it. Your wanted level is still gonna go up, but at least it won't be as bad as if you murdered them in cold blood. But if your target's a tough guy, they won't take threats lightly. Times like that, you can try weakening them until you can knock them down, then you should have a better shot at swiping something from them. This may not come as a surprise, but we've got balkers causing all sorts of trouble around the slums lately. Go ahead and kill those guys all you'd like. Your wanted level won't budge an inch. If you ever feel like going on a murder spree, then the balkers are the way to go. That should be everything you need to survive here. Now go out and live long how you wanna, and don't forget to have fun and enjoy the apocalypse. Blah blah blah. The world's a mess. Attacking, shaking down, or stealing from people will cause your wanted level to go up and mark you as wanted man. The higher your wanted level, the more people will flee, and ARC soldiers will become aggressive. Your wanted level will lower as time passes. So basically GTA. Let's see, mission board. Agua Cola. Report completion, sure. Okay. Hair strands I don't have. Arc soldier grunts. You can try that one, I guess. Are you sure you want to abandon blah blah blah? Well, that's really stupid. You can't take more than one mission at a time. That's idiotic. That's something I don't like in games. Where can I rest? Anywhere?
Take this! What's the matter?
Let's quickly have a look. What's that up there? I can't even see. You see there at the top left, it shows a shield with a two arrows pointing upwards, and then it shows a zombie with a line through it. I think those are status effects, but I can't see what it is. You know, it literally, if I had a mouse, I could just hover over it, but I don't have a mouse to hover over it. So, yeah, it's stupid. I want to see what that is. I want to see what status effects I have right now. And I don't know where to sleep. Let's have a look at the map. Okay, so that guy sells stuff, scrappies, save point, Woodstock Mart, zombie grams, and that's all. So I don't know, there's no place to rest. I guess I have to run all the way back to the beginning in order to rest. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't need to see any more of this game. This game is not impressing me in the slightest. It has so many problems. It's a bad console port. That's the first issue. You don't have mouse control. You can't customize all of the key bindings in the game. I can't even see what those modifiers are there at the top left. Let's quickly have a look here. Too low zombie energy. Okay, so your zombie energy runs out after doing 2 of those sweeping attacks. Then you don't have any more zombie energy left. The fact that your energy, or your stamina, I should say, doesn't regenerate. That is hilarious. That's really the most hilarious thing that I've ever seen in the game. Stamina that doesn't regenerate is just apocalyptically idiotic. Like, really, it's so stupid. I don't know what the developers of the game were thinking when they thought, hey, let's do something that no other game in history has ever done. Let's make stamina not regenerate at all. I mean, it's just so weird. I don't understand it. Let's quickly have a look here. No, I I can't pull them out yet. What else? The combat controls aren't responsive. When you try to dodge, you can't dodge. Okay, apparently I died. My health was still not full, but I still had plenty of health left. Where did I respawn? Okay, so you literally respawn over here. You don't get any health back, you don't get any stamina back, nothing like that. You just literally respawn over here. So that's really shitty. What if you're caught in a situation where there's literally no food close by, no water close by? You will just like repeatedly die. Like literally, there's no way to get out of it. If you don't have food, you don't have water to consume, you're gonna die, and you're gonna die repeatedly. Like literally, you're gonna spawn and you're gonna die. It's like, didn't they think about that? Didn't they think about the situation wherein the player doesn't have anything close by? I don't know. I think these developers didn't think about a lot of stuff, to be completely honest with you. The biggest problem that I have with the game is the stamina not regenerating. Second biggest problem that I have with the game is the food and water. I don't like survival mechanics in games like this. It's completely unnecessary. So those are the two biggest problems by far. Those alone, those two mechanics, or those two choices, the game design choices, would make me not recommend this game, because you're constantly gonna have to run back to town, sleep, and eat, and then you can go out and do quests and kill zombies and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a ridiculous design choice in my opinion. I mean, now it hasn't even been a minute since I spawned again, and I'm already dying. So it's exactly what I talked about. You're gonna get situations where you don't have any food in your inventory, you don't have any water in your inventory, then you're simply gonna die. Then you're gonna respawn, then you're gonna die. It's like literally, if you are in a situation where you don't have the necessary resources to get your health back up to a point where you can actually go farm food or farm water, or go back to your town to buy some food or water, then you're just gonna die. There's no two ways about it. If you're caught in a situation like that, you are dead. So those two game design choices alone would make me not recommend the game. But obviously, on top of that, like I said, the game doesn't have a borderless full screen mode. It doesn't have accessibility options. There's certain stuff that you can't customize, certain key bindings that you can't customize. The existing key bindings don't make sense. I mean, fucking control and space. What the hell kind of a key combination is that to do an attack? Control and space. That's idiotic, like really. I've been playing for more than an hour and I still can't access my talent tree. You can see there's a talent tree there at the top right, but when I try to go to it, it just jumps over it. So it's clear that there's some kind of a talent tree, and you do gain SP, which I don't know what that stands for, but you do gain SP in the game. I've completed several quests and I've killed probably 30 units, 40 units, and I still haven't gotten a single level. So it's pretty evident that the SP required to gain a level is insane. It's like insane. You shouldn't be playing a game for more than an hour and not even be level 1 yet. That's ridiculous, really. That's not balanced correctly whatsoever. So that's another problem. Really, apart from all of this, like I said, I'm not gonna let the fact that the devs are immoral affect my opinion of the game. My opinion of the game is already low enough. I do not recommend that you spend $25 on this game. In fact, I do not even recommend that you play the game. If you got the game for free, this is not even a game that I would recommend, because like I said, it's just going to be a pain in your balls. You're going to be running back to the starting place constantly to get your energy back and get your health back, and you're constantly going to be searching for food, scrounging for water, all of that kind of stuff. It's just really a pain in the balls, something that does not need to be in an ARPG like this. I mean, think if you constantly had to manage your food or water or energy in a game like Diablo or Titan Quest or Path of Exile, anything like that. It is simply a mechanic that does not belong in games like this. It's called an action ARPG, not a fucking survival RPG. So really having these types of mechanics where you have a limited amount of stamina and you constantly have to manage your food and water, it simply takes away the action from the action ARPG. So this, it literally cannot be called an action or ARPG. It's just ridiculous, really. So yeah, guys, I do not recommend that you play the game at all. Even if you got the game on a sale, the game is not fun. Like really, sometimes I would say, yeah, sure, that you can play the game if the game was $10 or $15 less, but I do not even recommend that you play this game. Even if you got this game for free, I do not recommend that you play this game. That's how bad this game is. And I mean, that's in addition to the fact that the game has pay-to-win DLC. You pay $15 extra to get an in-game advantage, and then on top of that, the developers have day one DLC, which in my opinion is an immoral practice, but that's just my personal thing. Like I said, I do not let that change what I think about the game, simply what I think about whether or not you should support the developer. But that's your choice. You can choose to pirate the game if you want to pirate the game. I won't tell you to do that, but when I choose to spend money on a game, I choose to spend it on a developer that deserves it. That's why I stopped long ago spending any money on any Blizzard games, any Activision games, any Rebellion games. There are a couple of developers that I do not support whatsoever. And like I said, I got this game for free, so I don't care that I'm like I didn't contribute at all to the money that this developer is receiving or anything like that. But in my opinion, this developer is a little bit immoral. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. This is quite disappointing game. I really like ARPGs. Like I really like ARPGs. Really. Sacred 2 is a fantastic ARPG in my opinion. Diablo 2 is obviously a fantastic ARPG as well. Path of Exile is obviously really good. Titan Quest is fantastic. So there's really some ARPGs that I really would recommend you play, but this is not one of them. In fact, I will be uninstalling this game after I finish this video. I will never touch this game again. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I think about this game. I don't think I can make my opinion on this game any more clear. As always, it would be really appreciated if you are going to buy any games, if you could buy them through nexus.gg/LFP Gaming. There are some fantastic games on there: God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Borderlands, just really a whole bunch of really good games. There's more than 1,000 games on there, in fact, that are put on there by the developers themselves. So when you buy a game from nexus.gg/LFP Gaming, you are buying it directly from the developer, and that means that the developer gets 30% more of your money. I also get a little bit of the money, but it's like a couple of dollars. Really, the biggest reason to buy from nexus.gg/LFP Gaming is to ensure that the biggest percentage possible of your money is going into the pockets of the developers who deserve it. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.